Give me the power, give me the freedom. Your people are crying, why won't you listen? Seeking for justice, for a brighter future. Let's do this together in peace and harmony. Sisi go take us there to the promised land. No one will stop us now. No, 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 no. Sisi go take us there to the promised land. No one will stop us now. No, 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 no. Ambazonia, Ambazonia, the time of freedom has come today. Ambazonia, Ambazonia, the time of freedom is here to stay. Ambazonia, Ambazonia, the time of freedom has come today. Ambazonia, Ambazonia, the time of freedom is here to stay. Water na water, today na today, nobody go Caesar to jubilate. I say Mandela and Nkrumah, it's now Sisi Kotene. Africa, 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 come together, help your brother, Africa, dance together, love another, Africa.
Mama Liliana, you cover. Kakumbe women are behind you. Mama Ambazonia. We lead the Paris. Ambazonia declare you. Levez-vous. Milana Tam, the stratege. Picking for Ambazonia. Honorable Weaver. Warrior from Jakiri. Justice Apom. From West Africa. Diplomacy. Ahead. Wata na wata, Amba boys, stand strong.
Africa,
New name on the beat.
Africa,
Les gens souffrent et des maisons brûlent. La mébille a commis du génocide. Ils pensent que l'Amazonie est un peste. À l'œil ils sont à mettre comme un pesticide. Ils se fichent de soif que tu es. Mais des balles dans les têtes des bébés. À cause de son vieille fierté, l'ONU ne peut rien faire. L'Afrique est ton frère.
Africa,
Ambazonia.
Est ton frère.
Manga. Jesse Itambi. Mark Pareta, Tapan Ivor, Eric Tato, Tapo Daniel, unite, take us to Bongo Square.
New name on the beat.
Suffer when you suffer for suffer for me, yeah, yeah. Sweet mother, yeah. Sweet mother, oh, I love you. Sweet mother, I know to forget you, but this suffer when you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother, I know to forget you, but this suffer when you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother, I know to forget you, but this suffer when you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother, I know to forget you, but this suffer when you suffer for me, yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Thank you, those watching from Ground Zero. Happy day. Those watching from Europe, I can see you, man. Thank you for watching. Those watching in the USA, thank you, my people. I the great to now. I see you now. People for America. My people for Europe, at Sarot, at Salofona. My members for Facebook, Adisiona. Greetings to you guys, man. God bless you all, man. So today, we want to. I want us to talk a little bit about this because, you know, since the elections were, was over, we decided not to be talking about that because we know that it is a civic responsibility for everyone, every Ambazonian. It's a civic responsibility for us to build a country, building a nation. Is a responsibility of every Ambazonian. And there is no civic responsibility without democratization of of that country. Many countries have failed today because they are not democratized. They don't follow the democratic institution that they themselves have put in place. If you guys want us to follow the Biya style of governance, then so be it. Okay, but our leaders must copy good examples. Okay, we cannot have tried to prove to the international community that yes, we are ready. We have, even though we have groups, but we should respect our government. Okay, there is no country that will ever have 100% support for any government. There's no country. You see, even here in America, no country, no election will ever be 100% for a president. It's always divided. 50, 40, 50, 14, 49, 50. That's how the election has always been, between Republicans and Democrats. That tells you that any president in any country will never have 100% support of everybody. It will not happen like that. So we should learn to know that in democracy, there is always diversion of ideas. But that doesn't mean that people are divided. No. Divergence of ideas is a hallmark of a democracy. But when we feel that if the leaders are not in the same accord, then they have problems, then they are divided, But when it comes to the constitutionality of a country, what makes that country solid is the democratic system, and the people that respect that democracy makes that country very, very respected when it comes to democratic principles. We cannot say we don't want democracy, then we want a country. No country will support you, especially countries that want to see us having smooth transition. They want to see us having smooth election. They want to see us having smooth presidential takeover. Countries that have been failing to do this have having problems when it comes to their economy, when it comes to their politics. We have to go a different route. We have to be an example. Our parents back in the days, they were very, very democratic. But if we want to say that, there's no need for government, there's no need for president, there's no need for this, then how do we build a country without a president? How do we accept our independence? How do we accept a country? How do you want countries to recognize you? If you don't have a sample of a constitution, now you can even show the international community that this is what we are trying to do. It's very difficult for you to go and tell somebody, I want you to support me. Then the person will say, okay, show me what you have done, right? Show me what you're trying to do. Then we can give you some guidance, some advice. Yes, we need collaboration. We need unity among all the groups. All the leaders should come together, right? But we should have some leadership. Some form of leadership must be there. And that leadership should come in the form of a government that is the sample that we are going to take to build. You cannot say when we go to Boya, we only have a government. Some say, there's no need for election. Which country have you seen that there's no election? You say that you have an anthem, you have a constitution, you have institutions, you have a people, you have a flag, you have an anthem. That is a country. So you cannot say you have a country, but you don't want to follow what countries does to claim that they are countries. You cannot claim that I'm Amazonian. Then they'll tell you, okay, you say you have a country. Do you have a government? You say no, we don't have a government. How do you have a country without a government? How do you have a country without constitution? How do you have a country without election? I don't understand. Let's listen to the spokesman of the Restoration Council. He is saying something very important here. I just say I should bring it for you to listen. It's very important because when you have a country, you don't have a government, many people will be asking you, what are you trying to claim? Or what? What are you trying to claim? I don't understand. So take a listen.
Go straight to the point. There is this promotion, there is this idea out there that a whole professor, Mr. Ayim, who is still currently an advisor to Mr. Sako, he is saying that the Amazonian constitution does not have anything as election there, so therefore there is no supposed to be election until they reach Boya. Mind you, Ambazonian, all this interpretation is to protect Sako in power, to do exactly what Pobia is doing. And we must stand up against it tirelessly until it comes to an end. If you say that, by the way, I just want to say this, not all laws in a country, not all laws that governs and manages a country is in one document or the constitution. I'll repeat myself, not all laws that governs a country is in one document or is in a constitution. No organization have all its laws in one book. No organization, no country in this way have all its law in just the constitution. Constitution is a written summary of a country's law that empowers all the other laws. So when you hear a whole professor saying this kind of thing, it means that when they tell you, when one day you're at work, they tell you that clock in for this time, or when you have to be at work at 5 p.m., you're going to turn around and tell your manager that I'm not coming to work at 5 p.m. because it's not in the constitution. So you want them to go and put that in the constitution that everybody has to be work at 5 p.m. So, by the way, if we go by this interpretation that election is not in the constitution, so there was not supposed to be an election, by that virtue, it means that Sako himself is not the president of the Federal was not the president of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. It's not supposed to be. It means it was Ayoktabe, because Mr. Sako came to power through an electoral process. It's funny how the professor who is trying to promote this is the same man that wrote that Sako was voted by. He wrote on Tuesday, November 10, 2022, that in his write-up that Sako came to power through a vote. He won Ayangwe, he won this person, through an electoral process. But now he is saying that there's not supposed to be election because the constitution is saying this and that. But by the way, let me tell you all, there is supposed to be election because the constitution have sections where it gives power to make new laws as we go further.
Right.
Now, for example, if you look at the U.S. Constitution, there is nowhere in the U.S. Constitution that says that everybody must wear a mask before they go to a grocery store, before they go to any office. Look at Europe, all the countries in Europe, go look at their constitutions. There's nowhere that says that you must wear a mask during pandemic or during 2021. No. But everybody wear a mask when they want to go to a hospital, a store, a public area for almost 2 years now.
Exactly.
How did that become a law? Because as we go further, circumstances change, new things change. The Restoration Council, the Parliament vote for provisions. After they debate it, they vote for provisions, they vote for new laws, new addendums, new restrictions on how to better manage our country going forward.
Right.
They cannot pass a law. You stand on TV, you took an oath and everything, and then you going further, and then you say that you come back again and say, no, it was not in the constitution, it was not that. By that argument, you yourself,
you become illegal.
You are not a valid president.
Right. By
this argument that election is not in the constitution. By the way, can somebody show me where in the constitution where it says that president must conduct a draft? Where is the word draft in the constitution?
That's a good one.
Where is the word draft? Ambazonians, this miseducation, we are coming out here because this miseducation have a lot of long-term consequences. People, especially the political illiterates who are still hanging around our brother Sako, they are mixed up with their emotion and their attachment and love for him instead of love for Ambazonia. They are buying onto all this narrative they are believing in it, they are repeating it, they are fighting people on it. In their ignorance and in their lack of wisdom, they are fighting people on social media, fighting people, making a fool out of themselves because of the mislead or miseducation of this man and his surrounding clique.
Exactly.
So don't come here and say that Restoration Council didn't speak up against this. Don't come here and say that the Restoration Council did not communicate or educate you all properly. Don't come here and say that the Restoration Council was not on air bringing awareness to all this. Because when the bloodshed starts tomorrow, you will have yourself to blame. Especially the Sako people. I can call their names, we will call their names, the hardcore ones, the females around him, the ones in California, the males around him, all of them. The path you are taking is wrong. The path you are taking is not correct. The path you are taking is out of your value. No amount of conferences, speeches, misleading reports, false interpretation of the Constitution is going to change anything. Mr. Samuel Sako is not an innocent man that a lot of people hate and want to bring down. You must liberate yourself from that consciousness. You must liberate yourself from that level of reasoning. That is where your problem is.
Thank you.
You fail to hear the cries of the complaints of the citizens. And you keep on thinking that, Mr.
Let me come here because you said some very good points there, because I wanted to say this because some people still don't understand that, we have institutions. And when you have institutions, you don't respect them. Okay? Many people, I'm telling you, many people have left this struggle because of the behavior of one or two people. Not even because they are discouraged, just because of the behaviors and the way people take this struggle, I don't understand if we have 8 million people, 8 million Ambazonians. Everybody has a stake in this thing. This is not a one-man show. This is not something of one person. Okay? America is strong today because of strong institution. America is not strong because of Joe Biden, or is not strong because of all the former presidents. Counting how many presidents have been in America? How many presidents? They are talking of 45th. Trump was a 45th. Biden is a 46th president in America. But all the presidents come and go. They come and go. The institutions remain. You don't come and disturb the institution. You don't come and disrupt the institution. You don't disrupt the laws of the land. The laws of the land is what holds that country. That is why America is strong today. America is not strong because of the people, the strong people. No, it's strong because of the institutions. When you hear the Supreme Court in America, those are people that are there for life. Anybody that you say Supreme Court of a country, those are lawmakers who are at the judicial level of the country. You have now the presidential, the executive branch and the side of the parliamentary. But that is how a country is being made up. It's not about one person. It's about the people and the representations. Okay? When we say you go and tell somebody that you have a country, show me a flag, show me an anthem, show me everything that make up the country. That's what the person will be asking you. Then you start saying, no, for now, we don't have a government. You have destroyed everything that you are trying to say. No, we don't have election. What? How can you go and be telling somebody to support Ambazonia, to support your country for the struggle? Then when you reach in when it comes to election, you say, no, we don't have election. Who can support you in that kind of thinking? No, we don't have a government. Then what do you want to do? What are you trying to build? Or what are you trying to sell? You're trying to sell. That's why they always call you people, that's a Facebook country. Because you don't want to accept the institutions that makes a country. Yes, you don't want to accept. How do you tell a person that you have a country or you are proud Ambazonian, then the person will ask you, sing, okay, anthem. You sing your anthem. Show me your flag. Do you show your flag? Show your constitution. You say, for now, we don't have a constitution. We are just trying to. How do you want that person? How do you want that country to even support you when you are not trying to show something that is a kind of a sample of what you want them to come to your support for. It's very, very sad that we have people who are still supporting that kind of behavior. Look at this thing, this acceptance, this thing here. Look, that's accepting 2-year mandate.
And to this end, and without compulsion.
Look at the hand on the Bible.
Respect the will of the people of Ambazonia.
Respect the will.
How can you put your hand on the Bible? They say, okay, this is the same Resolution Council chairman that installs Seseko. It's the same Resolution Council that installs Sako. It's the same Resolution Council chairman that install the other Iya Marianta. And it's the same Resolution Council chairman that has installed President Chris Ano now. So how do you say the Resolution Council is illegitimate? Then how can you promote somebody who say Sakoti Boya? How you don't even know when this struggle will finish? This struggle can take 30 years. Of course. Sudan and South Sudan war took almost 20-something years. Eritrea and Ethiopia took so many years too. Now we are just 6 years even. This war can take more than how many years? So let's understand that this thing is not about one person. It's a generational fight.
And to this end, and without compulsion, respect the will of the people of Ambazonia. Expressing freely, fair and safe democratic elections. And willingly hand over the office of President of the Republic. To the person duly elected by the people of Ambazonia. So help me God. Congratulations. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, this is history in the making. And in front of us today, the President of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia has a mandate. He has a 2-year mandate. After these 2 years, the Restoration Council will meet again and they will tell us what we have to do next. But his mandate, he has a mandate to serve the people of Ambazonia for 2 years. Can we now cheer for him?
Wow. So I think it's very important for us to listen to this, because some of the time when people say things, people say, oh, they hate somebody, nobody hates anybody. It's about hate. This is about the institutions. Okay? It's about the institutions. When we have institutions, we try to build something and people don't respect them. What do you want people to say? Right? What do you want people to say? If we have to respect what we have, what we are trying to build, and people don't respect them. You listen to that, right? The chairman asked the president to accept, okay, this is a 2-year mandate, right? It is when this 2-year mandate was over, that's when the President Sakona started making that his wahala. Say, oh, the the constitution did not say they will have to conduct election. Come on, you were voted by election. This mood. How can they vote you in office? One, we did not want Seseko. Seseko was not removed because he did something wrong. Seseko was only removed because he was trying to rule from prison, inside the prison. But the issue with Seseko was that they wanted him, when he come out, okay, then at least you can be a president when you're outside, not inside jail, when you can be manipulated by La Republic, right? So they said, why Seseko is there? Let's look for a new president to replace him so that we can follow up from outside. We can follow the struggle from outside. That's why Sako came in. That's why Sako came in, right? But for your information, that election was still won by now President Chris Adno. It was still, but he did not want it, right? It's just the same thing as they gave after Sako left. They gave the VP Abongwa. Abongwa refused, right? After Abongwa refused, they gave Dr. Tita. Dr. Tita could not take it. Dr. Tita spent only 1 day or 2 days and was afraid to be president. Okay, that's when Ma Maria came in. That's when Ma Maria came in. The thing is that there should be that transition, and it should be smooth. Okay, but when people don't want to have transition, when people don't want to have that kind of system where they know that, okay, when your term is over, we'll hand it to the next person. How do you want to have that kind of country? How do you want to have that kind of country where Biya will stay for power for 40 years? This is 40 years in power, President Biya. 40, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want that to happen to us? Because people who are promoting that, oh, there's no election, that is synonymous to dictatorship. There is no other way you can call that. Anybody that rejects the constitution, rejects election, rejects to be audited, that's what Sako did. That is synonymous to dictatorship. And we don't want that. Okay? That's why some people have left this struggle because of that kind of behavior. People who thought that will leave La Republique and show a good example than La Republique, but will come and see the same thing that is happening in La Republique. CPDM, that's what they call it, CPDM. Banana Republic. Where they'll say, okay, Sako Tiboya. Biya Biya dies. Let's leave Biya there. Frundi will be chairman for life. No other person can be chairman. Allow Frundi there. It's the same thing. Which is not a hallmark to a true democracy. We cannot allow that. And that is why I will follow the Restoration Council. That is the institution. I don't care who is the president. I follow institution. Because I know that is what makes a country strong. Tomorrow, when they want us, when we go to Boya, they will start say, hey, let's write the constitution. Then they'll be looking for people to write constitution. Or, okay, let's look for election and this. Then they'll be looking. That is not prepared. You cannot build a country for 1 day. It's a process. It's a process. And we want to do that because when we happen to get to Boya, it will be very easy because we already have something that we have been working on. We already have a work in progress. It's a work in progress. Okay? That's why we have a tentative constitution now. Now we are asking Ambazonian to respect this. They call it interim constitution and they call it interim government. So everything is interim. It means that we are trying to ameliorate it. Okay? It's interim constitution, interim government. It's not a full government. You see? So we have to start learning to support the interim government, so that when we go to Boya, we'll have a government. Okay? But in Boya now, what will make a president in Boya is election. And if you cannot practice how to have a smooth and traditional election now, in Boya, there will be problem. There will be chaos because people will say, oh, this one is not, this one, now you have issue start. This one say, oh, my president is, my president will be there. No. If we have institution, people will not argue. Because you see other countries having elections. And before the presidents, you just have to concede election. You just concede that you lost the election. Because the institution will be there. The electoral commission will be there. The electorate have spoken. Once the election is out, the smooth transition for transparency, they go and tabulate all the ballot. Everything is out. If you want to argue election, you only argue about maybe they did not count some votes, or some votes came late, or some votes did not come in on time, or that is what you can argue about. Okay? Then they can do what they call recount. They do recount in America all the time. They do recount in America all the time. And American electoral system is not even the same. In some state, they still count with their hand. In some state, that's why some state it takes longer for the results to come in. They still count with hand because sometimes the machine make mistakes. But we should not say there should be no election. That is wrong. That is wrong. We will not accept that. Okay. If you say, if the United Nations can recognize that there's an Ambazonian president that was arrested in jail, but you don't want to accept or recognize your own president, what kind of mentality are you passing about? If the United Nations has asked La Republique to release your president that was arrested in jail, but you say, no, we don't have a government, we don't have a president. No. What kind of message are you passing to the United Nations? What message are you passing to the people because the people in the United Nations are human beings, so it's not just a building there called United Nations. Those are human beings. Those are people who are working who are representing their countries. And it's only a democratic process that can make the United Nations to support us. Anything other than that, they will not support. When you don't have that kind of system, how do you expect country to come to support you? That is what we are talking about. We should learn to know that, yes, we have a government, we have institutions that are there to guide us, right? Let's talk about this because President Biya has been in power for 40 years. We saw how the people are just saying that the worst thing that happened to La République.
Monsieur Bokolo, je vous dis une chose. Le plus grand malheur qui soit arrivé au Cameroun, c'est l'arrivée de Monsieur Biya à la tête de ce pays. Mais j'ai envie de me demander si à la fin Monsieur Biya ne s'est pas foutu de nous. Et ce qui est davantage embêtant, c'est que, entre-temps, sur les 3 derniers mandats qu'il a eus, il les a placés sous le signe de 3 autres mots. On a parlé des grandes ambitions, on a parlé des grandes réalisations. Pont sur Vouri, réalisation pas toujours achevée. Le barrage de Menvele, grande réalisation, pas toujours achevé. Le barrage de Lompanga, grande réalisation, toujours pas achevé. L'autoroute Douala-Yaoundé, grande réalisation, toujours pas achevée. La CAN 2019, grande réalisation, glissement. Et maintenant, on nous parle d'émergence en 2035. En 2035, M. Bokolo, si vous ajoutez à 38 ans, 15 ans, ça veut dire que pour que le Cameroun soit développé, il faut que M. Biya ait fait 53 ans au pouvoir. Je dis pour qu'on soit développé, parce que l'émergence, c'est qu'on sort de l'immersion, vous êtes sous l'eau et vous levez légèrement la tête. C'est-à-dire que pour que mes frères qui sont à l'Holodof aient une bonne route, il faut attendre 53 ans de pouvoir. Monsieur Bukolo, je vous dis une chose. Le plus grand malheur qui soit arrivé au Cameroun, c'est l'arrivée de M. Biya à la tête de ce pays.
Ulika, que peut-on encore attendre du renouveau?
Rien. On ne peut rien attendre. En tout cas, moi particulièrement, j'attends rien. J'ai suivi un certain nombre d'aberrations ici sur ce plateau. Quand on dit que quand M. Biya prend le pouvoir, l'électrification est à 30%.
This is a guy that Atanganji has written, you know, to arrest this guy only because of this program. Atanganji has asked for his arrest, but this is just as simple as you can listen, right? He is saying that the worst thing that happened to La Republic is the fact that Biya was put in power. That's true. That Biya has used different words like emergence, grands ambitions, grand réalisation. He said those words have come and go, but nothing has been achieved, and it's true. Those big words, grands ambitions, grand réalisation, big achievement, big ambition. They just use the word just to please. For the past time, they are using grand ambition, grand réalisation, but nothing has been achieved. That's what he's saying. Now, he has called so many projects that they promise for them. They have not even achieved one day. But you people think in your own mind that these people can do something in our area. Think about it. Those people who say that they will come and build a port in Limbe deep sea port. The revenue that can come from Limbe deep sea port. Because one, we are not inland country. We are not an inland country where we don't have port. We have Limbe's deep sea port. Our trade between Nigeria, the biggest economy in Africa, Nigeria, populated country, is populated. We have that advantage. Goods will be cheap. That's why before, our people used to buy in Nigeria. It's these people that come and block this our road, our beaches there, or everything. I remember in 2012, the Korean government came to Cameroon and said they want to build that Limbe deep sea port. The government instead asked the Korean government to go and do assessment by Kribi. I know of that project. The Korean government came. They said Limbe deep sea port will be the best. The government told them that they should go back to Kribi. That is why today the Kribi port is still there, because of too much sand. They cannot even, real ship cannot dock in that Kribi seaport. Real big ship cargo, when they say cargo. Even the Douala seaport. The Douala seaport. Real cargo ships cannot come there. They only come there when they have gone and offloaded in most of those other countries. Then the ship has come a little bit up. That's when they come to Cameroon. Because if the ship is well loaded, They cannot come to that Limbe, to the Douala seaport there. Because the sand, there's too much sand there. It's a creek. It's not a sea. It's a creek. It's a river. You see, so that's the difference between deep seaport and normal river seaport. Normal river port. But today, the first project that they put in that, their nonsense thing of national dialogue and special DC project is Limbe Seaport. They say they'll come and build the Limbe Seaport. I saw some people clapping and happy. That was in 2019. 2019. Till today, have you seen one construction going up there in Limbe? Nothing. But those are the promises that these people have been doing for 40 years. I grew up in Limbe. I'll tell you that. I grew up in Limbe. The only activity that takes place in Limbe is only fishing. That Limbe Sea is fishing. Whereas that would have been a very big seaport when economy will be booming. If you want to sell a container, you don't need to go to Douala. You don't need to go to Douala to get container. The Douala seaport is being controlled by Bolloré. Bolloré is a French company, and they make it in such a way that it's too expensive to remove containers there. It's too expensive. When we bring cars, we bring containers there, the prices are too expensive. Whereas countries, good economic country will encourage foreign direct investment. They will encourage FDIs, foreign direct investment, to come there and invest. You see, then they went and put the thing of dual nationality. Dual nationality. It means that Americans cannot, if you're a Cameroonian or Amazonian, you cannot come and do business there without first accepting that you're a foreigner. That issue of dual nationality is a very bad thing, because they only discourage people who have foreign nationality when they know that these people are Cameroonian. But because you stay abroad, you took that nationality, but that doesn't make you, they have made most of us abroad not to come home to invest because they say, hey, you're a foreigner. So you have to apply to have a company there. You have to apply like a foreigner. How can you do that? People want to come and build structures there. You want to come and build real estate. You want to come and build structures, build hospitals, build schools. But they'll say, no, attend the ball. There are people who can tar their own streets. Like in Nigeria. People tar their streets in Nigeria. That's why you have tar all over the place. Because government takes so long, bottleneck, long to come and do something. So people prefer to tar their streets. And that is the best thing to do. There are people who build houses there and say, okay, why waiting for the government? Let's tar this street. 2 or 3 people just join together and just tar the road. But if you do that, they'll say, no. You're against the government law. Then you wait for 20 years, no one tar is covered that road. That is how that country is functioning. That's how that country is functioning. Then that's why you see even most of them, they say no. Okay. This is a real estate guy who went and built in Nigeria, right? But
anything that's under 1,000, I'm not interested.
This is the guy.
Because my vision over the next 20 years is to develop 1 million homes across sub-Saharan Africa. And that's why we're in Nigeria. Nigeria has a deficit, of over, nowadays, I'm sure it's close to 20 million. So when we came here, very few people believed in us. They thought, oh, no, that's another, fly-by-night or a 419, as we say in Nigeria. Oh, he's a scammer. He's saying, no, he doesn't need any money. All he needs is just the land. Oh, give him the land, let him see. And actually, even the land that I was given was all muddy. This is River State. River State, there's no land. So we had to sand field 650,000 cubic meters of sand. So all this was sand field. Where we're standing now, you couldn't walk like this. It was all mangroves, and then it was mud and also water, 2 meters deep.
How many hectares is this right now?
Well, 40 hectares. This is the first project I've done outside of the Gambia, big project. And it's in River State, Port Harcourt, which is called the Garden City. We've built over 1,000 houses, over 1,000. We have the apartments, which are about 600 and something hectares, 600 and something units. Then we have townhouses, we have villas. In total, when everything is ready, it's over 1,000, about 1,100 and so on. I am a made in Gambia product. I'm an African product. Everything I know, everything I have, everything I've made in my life, I made it in Africa. So, and I've had that very often. People ask me, oh, who are your partners? I don't need a partner. I can do probably what anybody can do who is of a different race. But in Africa today, anything big like this that you want to do, they think that it was done by somebody, as we call in Nigeria, Oyibo, meaning a white guy or a Chinese. And if you look at Africa today, we need to be very careful.
Yeah.
Because the African Continental Free Trade Area is on. It started 1st of January.
Exactly.
And you're going to have a population of 1 billion people. It is the biggest economy in the world. But what have we seen recently? We have seen all the big players, all the first, the big players like big countries are now forging partnership with Africa. Africa-China initiative, Africa-US, Africa-British, Africa-Europe. That is to get now Africa, these guys still coming in and, controlling our economy. It is high time that as Africans, we take ownership. And we hope that the African Continental Free Trade Area will empower Africans, to take over the economy of Africa. And it can be done. Because look, we are an African outfit. We don't see borders. And I think that's what the ACFTA is all about. That Africa without borders. So any African that is qualified, that can add value to what we are doing, we will take you on board. Let's not wait for others to come and exploit all these opportunities.
If you had one thing to change about Africa, what will it be?
Leadership. The thing that is bringing Africa down is poor leadership. If our leaders do the right thing, then Africa will shut up. So if there's one thing that we need to address, we need to address leadership.
Leadership. That is one thing to change. That is a very good example of foreign direct investment of Africans, right? Who come to their countries and invest. See the houses, look at the structures there. But in La Republic, they prefer those their old buildings there. If somebody want to come and invest, they will first say, hey, tu vas me donner combien? Tu vas me donner combien? How much are you gonna give me first for bribe? To build in your own country, to come and invest, the one bribe. You see, that is how bad it is. And look, this guy is from Gambia, but he went to Nigeria and look at what he's doing in Nigeria there. Cross River, that place is a border state that borders Amazonia, Cross River State. But Nigerians will not say, no, you are not from Nigeria. Go to your country, go to where. So Nigeria doesn't have that policy of dual nationality. All Nigerians abroad have dual nationality. All. But when they go back home, all Nigerians, what they do abroad is just to go back home and invest. That's the mentality that we had. But because of this government, they discourage everybody. Now we have accepted our own independence. And Amazonia will not have dual nationality no one day. Whether you are American, Whether you are Ambazonian British, whether you are Ambazonian Jamaican, you remain Ambazonian. That one will not disturb you to remain Ambazonian. We will not refuse you to come and invest. Because that is what is destroying a country. That garbage called dual nationality. It's all garbage. Because why do you discourage people who are born and bred in their own place? You say no, they should not come back home. Anyway, that dual nationality will instead help us. Ambazonians will never become La Republic people because of dual nationality. So that one will help us. So they should just keep their policy there like that. Because Ambazonian will not become La Republic people. Because they have their dual nationality. So that one will, yes, let's just keep their policy there. It's a very bad policy that has affected La Republic themselves. You know, when you have a business to come and invest back home, because of this bottleneck that they have there, it discourages everybody. Discourage.
Les gens veulent comprendre. C'est quoi les médiocres qui suivaient les excellents? Les gens veulent comprendre davantage.
En fait, nous sommes dans un gouvernement de médiocres. Nous sommes dans une aristocratie de médiocres et qui ont créé eux-mêmes une communauté de pêcheurs. C'est-à-dire que tous ont pris de l'argent dans les caisses de l'État. Le président de la République s'est arrangé à ce que tous aient les mains sales. Si vous n'avez pas les mains sales, on ne peut pas vous nommer. C'est comme ça que ça marche.
Attends, vous dites que le président s'est arrangé que tout le monde...
Il s'est arrangé à ce que tous ceux qu'il nomme aient les mains sales. Si vous n'avez pas les mains sales, on ne peut pas vous nommer. C'est comme ça que la République fonctionne. En fait, le président a compris une chose. Il est seul contre tous. Comment faire pour se maintenir au pouvoir? Alors il utilise les forces de ses ennemis contre eux-mêmes. Je m'explique. Les médiocres, il les prend, il les met au-dessus des plus méritants. Et c'est les médiocres là qui sont au-dessus des plus méritants qui s'arrangent à ce que les plus méritants n'émergent jamais.
Vous avez dit quoi?
Je m'explique. Les médiocres, il les prend, il les met au-dessus des plus méritants. Et c'est les médiocres là qui sont au-dessus des plus méritants qui s'arrangent à ce que les plus méritants n'émergent jamais. Et du coup, le président de la République, lui, est tranquille parce qu'en fait, les médiocres font son travail au quotidien. Et s'arrange à ce qu'aucun méritant n'émerge pour régler le problème du président de la République. C'est comme ça que ça fonctionne dans cette République. Regardez seulement, vous allez voir un individu qui arrive là, il est ministre. La première chose qu'il fait, c'est qu'il commence d'abord à chercher tous les gars de son village qui sont excellents. Il les jette loin de lui. Ensuite, il cherche dans le ministère encore qui a un diplôme le plus élevé ou qui a des excellents états de service. Il le met hors de l'affaire. Il part donc chercher ses amis et il les amène près de lui. C'est comme ça que ça marche.
Oui.
Je vous prends un simple cas. Vous allez voir par exemple que si vous prenez au ministère des Finances, vous avez par exemple vu, si vous prenez un ministre qui arrive aux finances, ou laissons les finances, l'économie, les poches comme la direction des investissements, vous savez où il part le chercher, non? On part le chercher quelque part dans un petit village, un petit enseignant là. On sait qu'il ne connaît rien de l'affaire. Il n'est même pas, il n'est rien du tout. On le place là. On sait que quand on lui demandera de décaisser, il va décaisser. Et c'est comme ça que ça marche. Et on lui rappelle en fait que vous n'êtes qu'un petit enseignant de philosophie. Donc vous marchez comme on veut. C'est comme ça que ça fonctionne. Donc il y a à travailler comme ça dans ce pays. Pour se maintenir, il a utilisé les énergies de ses ennemis contre eux-mêmes. Et c'est comme ça que ça fonctionne. Les médiocres, c'est eux qui veillent à ce que les plus méritants n'émergent jamais. Et quand vous avez donc étranglé l'ascenseur social, parce que c'est de ça que je veux parler, vous avez étranglé l'ascenseur social, vous arrivez donc à ce que nous voyons aujourd'hui. C'est-à-dire que le médiocre qui veut se maintenir, qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Il chasse déjà toutes les compétences. Et en plus, il veut plaire au parti. C'est ce que disait monsieur Emilien Tanga tout à l'heure. Il veut plaire au parti. Et pour plaire au parti, il fait comment? Il doit mettre la main dans la caisse. L'argent, il doit sortir des grosses voitures pour aller au village et narguer les plus méritants pour dire. D'ailleurs, on vous dit souvent que tout l'école que vous avez fait là, monsieur, tout ça vous a servi à quoi? Hein? Puisque vous êtes au même endroit et moi je suis ministre. C'est comme ça que ça marche. Et à la fin, on ne travaille pas. Le peuple trinque. Ça fait qu'aujourd'hui, l'ascenseur social a donc été grippé. A donc été anesthésié. Les fils de cacaoculteurs, les paysans ont entre-temps eu des médecins, ainsi de suite. Ils sont allés plus loin. Comme ils savent que c'est les fils des canards sauvages, c'est-à-dire le peuple ordinaire, qui a maintenant qui a formé des médecins, des ingénieurs, qu'est-ce qu'ils font? Ils vous ont même dit la fois dernière qu'on n'intègre plus, non, les produits du CUS. Parce qu'ils savent que c'est eux qui vont les soigner, les fils des pauvres, c'est eux qui vont les soigner. Pourquoi est-ce que les hôpitaux n'ont pas
That guy will be arrested. He said the way Biha has kept himself in power is that he looks for the dull ones. He uses those dull ones that are not really competent enough. Like people like Atanganji, a former prisoner, you just put him there. He said, okay, this is what I want you to do. Do this, do this, do this. You know that you are not competent. We can remove you at any time. So do this. This is what you have to do. You have to take this amount of money. You have to take this amount of money. This is what so they put people there that are yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's what he's saying. And it's true. Yeah. That is now they say when they appoint you, maybe they take somebody from the village and appoint you and put you there. Say, hey, you were just like a classroom teacher. Sit there, take this money every month. You have to give me this amount of money. They have built a kind of empire of thievery. You see, that is so hard. That is why Biya just rotates his ministers. One minister will be agriculture today, tomorrow is finance. One minister will be defense today, tomorrow is tourism. He just play, over the years. You see people that cannot even walk are still in power. They don't have a retirement age. Their brain has ended. They cannot even think positive again. How do you want that kind of people to build a country? That is why we are condemning anything that will make people to stay in power for too long that they are not even productive anymore. People will stay in power. Each country has their laws, their electoral laws. 2-year mandate. 2-year mandate is over. How can you just keep somebody there that stay there? Stay there till when we think that we just stay there. No election, no election. What kind of mentality is that? Even people is corrupt. People go and change. You see what Biya is doing there, right? Changing constitution. The constitution used to be 5 years. One term was 5 years. Biya went and changed it to 7 years. That's why today he's going to 40 years in power. And you people say, no, it's okay. No, there should not election in La Republic. Biya will just stay there. When he's dead, they go and carry his dead body. That's the kind of nation you want to build in Amazonia. But we will not accept few people to destroy the majority. We will not accept that. We will have election, we will have institution, we will have a country. That is what makes a country. You cannot have a country without election. You cannot have a country without constitution or institutions. You can't. You say you have an anthem, but you don't want election. What is the anthem saying? The anthem is saying we have to accept our institution, bore the land with our blood. Go to the anthem and listen to the anthem that you are saying. Hail, hail this land of glory. Any land of glory must have. That is why you put your hand on the Bible. You put your hand on the Bible and air out your voice. How can you have a land of glory that bought the land with their blood, that God gave you this land? You put your hand on the Bible and still lie. They want God to bless that land. Americans said, even on their money, on their currency, in God we trust. They write it there like that. That's why even in the court, if you go to court, they give you the Bible to swear before you start your own testimony, because they want you to swear on an oath. So you cannot swear an oath, then you go and say, no, no, I don't accept. No. You swore, and they swore you in, as a president. You come now and start saying, no, there's no election. This boy, when I see this thing, I say this about some of you, see, if we have a country, you are the president of that country, then you say, no, there's no country, there's no election. Where you are the president? Amazonia, and if you're there, I wash up on the back. Hey, no. See, this is Mali. French people are living Mali. The French people are living Mali, but they prefer to destroy what they are leaving behind. How can you come to a country but you are destroying what you brought? You see, they are destroying the cars. Instead to leave the cars there for the people in that country, they prefer to smash the cars and destroy it. You know. Look at that black guy. That black guy is asking his patron that he can take that car. Then the patron said, no, let them destroy it. Look at them. The guy is not happy. Look at what the guy is, you see. Look at the boss. The boss said no. That guy, now they'll come and see all the cars, they'll be destroying them. Just because they are leaving, the guy is not happy. Look at him. He's telling them that he can take that car. There are about 10 cars that will destroy them. He's not happy. He said, why? Look at what he's saying. Look at. The guy is telling that man that I can take that car, I can use a car. But he's saying that no. See, now the second one, they are coming to destroy the second one. You see, that is how these people are. They prefer to destroy it than to leave it there for the people to, see. Why do you destroy the cars when people can use it? People can use it. That is how it is. But they are doing that because you remember the Malian government, the president of Mali canceled all French agreements. They had about 11 agreements. He canceled everything. He said no. All their colonial pact that they had, he canceled everything. He said that is why they are angry at that. They are not happy with that. Okay? They are not happy with that. So they said it's better everything destroyed. Listen to this one. This one is President Obama giving advice to our African leaders. Okay? Take a listen.
Let me be honest with you. I do not understand this. I am in my second term. It has been an extraordinary privilege for me to serve as the President of the United States. I cannot imagine a greater honor or a more interesting job. I love my work. But under our Constitution, I cannot run again. I can't run again. I actually think I'm a pretty good president. I think if I ran, I could win. But I can't. So there's a lot that I'd like to do to keep America moving, but the law is the law. And no one person is above the law, not even the president. And I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to life after being president. I won't have such a big security detail all the time. It means I can go take a walk. I can spend time with my family. I can find other ways to serve. I can visit Africa more often. The point is, I don't understand why people want to stay so long. Especially when they've got a lot of money. When a leader tries to change the rules in the middle of the game just to stay in office, it risks instability and strife, as we've seen in Burundi. And this is often just a first step down a perilous path. And sometimes you'll hear a leader say, well, I'm the only person who can hold this nation together. If that's true, then that leader has failed to truly build their nation. You look at Nelson Mandela. Madiba, like George Washington, forged a lasting legacy, not only because of what they did in office, but because they were willing to leave office and transfer power peacefully. And just as the African Union has condemned coups and illegitimate transfers of power, the AU's authority and strong voice can also help the people of Africa ensure that their leaders abide by term limits and their constitutions. Nobody should be president for life. And your country's better off if you have new blood and new ideas. I'm still a pretty young man. But I know that somebody with new energy and new insights will be good for my country. It will be good for yours too in some cases.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Obama. You have just elaborated some that is a very good advice to our African leaders. Okay? Our African leaders who think that staying in power is that, like Pobia used to say, he said, being in power means that he is a good president. Longevity means he's doing good and everything is is moving well. That's what makes him to stay in power for a long time. But I want to tell you that, as President Obama just said, when you stay in power, you think that you are doing good to yourself and your nation. You are instead promoting either anarchy or you are taking the country to a civil war. Secondly, President Obama mentioned about not leaving a good legacy. Okay, he said he has been for 2 terms. He likes to stay in power. He loves to be in power. He knows that he's still competent. If he runs, he's still gonna be re-elected. Of course, people love Obama, but he said the Constitution and the institution does not allow him to be in power for more than 2 terms. That's as simple as that. People can still like you. People can love you. You see, so it's not about the love of the people. It's an institution. The institution said 2 terms. Then you leave, right? President Sarkozy's term was a term that he was supposed to stay there and go for re-election. But he did not go for election. That is what happened. His 2-year mandate was over. The Restitution Council say he should come for auditing. Because you cannot be in power without checks and balance. You need to be audited, right? When you go for audit, then they'll find out and tell you, okay, this is what we see. This is a loophole, and this is what you have to amend. Okay? There is nobody without mentor. There is nobody without advisors. All presidents in the world have advisors, have auditors, have people who have economic advisor, political advisor, defense advisors. They are there to guide you. Because at a certain point, your brain is not really functional, You need those people around you to, if you want to go left, they say, no, this, go right. If you want to go up, they say, no, calm down. That is how it works in all the presidential, this thing. You have presidential advisory committee. They are there to advise you. That is what they will tell you. They will tell you that, please, this move you are taking is no good. But Sako did not listen to that. All of them, the presidential advisory committee, they had to resign. That is how people start resigning. Okay. But it's so bad that we have people who think like La Republic. They think, they have that mindset, oh, Sako Tiboya. Yeah? Marianta Tiboya. Seseko Tiboya. What is that? You know, that transition is look, any president that, like Obama just said, any president that does not have a smooth transition is not a good president. You can have all the good merit that you have, all what it was good, but when you don't have a smooth transition, you are the problem. You are the problem. Because a smooth transition is an example of a good governance. That is the only thing that can make your government to be good. When you hand in power peacefully, smooth transition, that makes you a very superb president. That's what we have to learn. But if we don't learn it, good and fine, we are going to implement democracy in Ambazonia. Those people who are anti-democratic, you can go up and come down. We will implement democratic principles in Ambazonia. That is what can make good Ambazonia. If you see countries are progressing today, it's because they have a system that people respect. The laws of the land, okay? There's no ghost town in the Ambazonian constitution, but people respect it, right? That is a mindset. It's a community something. We don't have any in the interim constitution now. We don't have anything like ghost town. But why people respect it every Monday? It becomes like a church service. You don't know on Sunday you go to church. Nobody come and tell you, hey, no. On Sunday, that's why they call it Country Sunday. Ghost town is Country Sunday. You have to respect it. Majority always carries, you see. If there are 10 people here, if 8 say yes, then the other 2 say no, it doesn't work, right? The majority will carry it. That's how anything in the world is majority. You minority cannot come and say you want to decide, right? The majority people who are, they'll carry the, you know, and we have to respect that. That's how it happens in any democratic system, right?
Reverend Kathy, that was great. I want to say, if you've read my book, Marriage Built to Last, I'm very categorical that to consider yourself successful, you've got to be successful first at home. Successful first at home. And why I say success at home is that it doesn't matter the kind of family you have, single parent family, blended family, the traditional family, wherever you call home, that is the first success you will ever have. Pastor Kathy can tell you that you cannot serve in the church if your family is disintegrated. You cannot serve, all right? You need to go resolve and then come and serve. Now, I will tell you this. Success is not about you becoming the chairman of KEPSA. Success is not about you being the CEO of Madison. Success is not about the titles. The titles are just part of a life journey. I've had a title. My last title was the chairman of Kenya Reinsurance Corporation. And doors would open, heads would turn, and now it's finished. Where did I return? Home. I returned home. Now, if I had lorded over everybody in my house and I'm never coming home because I'm the chairman, I will not be received with love, with honor. So whatever it is that you do, just know your job will come to an end. Your titles will come to an end. You will walk back with your tail between your legs to an environment that you neglected. You're from New York to Japan, I don't know where. I've got this international job. You don't even have time for your children. I will tell you, the time will come when you need to go back home and you ain't gonna have a home to go back to. My measure of success is I've raised some very strong, honorable citizens. And in turn, they have become intentional parents and they are raising some great grandchildren that will be known that there was a generation of a woman that made a difference in her home. I say to you, success is in the mind. What does success mean to you? If I earn $1 million, I will be successful. Beloved, success is not about silver or gold. Success is about integrity, reputation, impact, and influence. If you are such a person, you are so successful in your generation because you made a difference to somebody's life. Success is not about just getting everything and becoming, the most significant person where driving the best car, living in the best neighborhood. It is nothing of that. Success is about the difference.
Wow. Thank you for that. That is what we are talking about. If you cannot leave a good legacy in anything, the lady was talking about charity begins at home. Okay. There are some of these people who say they are leaders, but go to their houses. Go and check their houses and see how they live with their family and children and wife. Charity begins at home. You cannot be a leader when you don't check your own self. Check your own integrity. Some people don't care about integrity, but there are people who care about integrity. If you don't care about integrity, then you cannot be a leader, because your integrity is what you do when people are not looking at you. What you do when nobody is looking at you. In your house, where you are covered, where you are sleeping. What you do there is what is called integrity. Your people have given you that trust, giving you that confidence. But when you abuse it, if you abuse that confidence, it's very hard to regain that confidence. Very, very difficult. That trust, that is what we are telling all the leaders. The trust that they are giving you, don't abuse it. If you abuse it, then it will be very difficult for you to regain it. So please keep in mind that what you are doing today will affect your generation to come. So don't think that things will just pass, history will just pass. Things that our parents did how many years ago, we are still looking at it today. All mistakes, all the good things they did, we are still checking them today. Because things never die. Things never die. Don't think that what you do today, it will pass. It will not pass. Okay? Thank you very much. That is my last word for you, and stay blessed, and God bless you. See you in the next episode, and God bless you all. Thank you for watching.